into sports on NCC News. I'm Nico Horning. Syracuse men's hoops came off an embarrassing loss to Louisville earlier this week, but the Cuse had an opportunity to rebound against Notre Dame, and so did J.J. Starling, who was inactive in the first meeting between the two squads. But he was back to play his former team as we head inside the Dome. Head coach Adrian Autry trying to get his team going early on here today, but it was the complete opposite. Marcus Burton stole the show for Notre Dame, scoring 22 of his 28 points in the first half. The sophomore also inactive the last time he faced Syracuse. But the Orange down 9. Here is Elijah Moore in the corner, draining that three-pointer, and Syracuse with a little bit of a run there at the end of the first half. They trailed by 9 at halftime. Eddie Lampkin blocks that one and sends the lead pass ahead to Elijah Moore, flips it up and in. A good start for the Orange out of the second half. Here is Lampkin again, a little behind the back pass, and Jair Davis draws the and one opportunity. Orange down by just 4. Now 6.5 to go in the second half. J.J. Starling getting going and circulating his way around the paint, puts that one up and in. Syracuse down by 3. Lampkin goes up, raises again, put back is in, and Syracuse finally takes the lead, the first lead of the game with 4 minutes to go in the second half. Starling adds to that, and the Orange take a 4-point lead after trailing by 17 earlier on in the game. Last chance for Notre Dame. Burton pulls up. That one just misses the mark, and Syracuse holds on to win 77-69 after some free throws from a double technical from the head coach of Notre Dame, Micah Shrewsbury. Autry pleased with his team's performance. J.J. Starling, 21 points, a season-high 3 three-pointers. And the Orange, again, 77-69, a big win in the Dome. Head coach Adrian Autry credits Syracuse's toughness and defensive presence to claw the win out today.
I'm just so proud of the way they defended, the way they were tough, the way they were resilient, through everything that's going on right now. And, you couldn't tell whatever our record was. These guys came out here and they played hard and they played tough. And, and that's how it has to be going forward.
Syracuse has won 3 of its last 4, and the Orange travel to take on the Tigers of Clemson on Wednesday at 7 o'clock. So a nice win for the men's side. The complete opposite for the women's squad. Felicia Leggett-Jack's team traveled east to Boston College earlier today, and it was a completely different show there in the Conti Forum. Georgia Woolley, last minute inactive for Syracuse due to an illness today, so a totally different look for the Orange. And yeah, you can see the score right there. Boston College took full command of this game early on in the first half. But the only positive here for Syracuse was a Sophie Burrows three-pointer later on in the first quarter. And Syracuse trailed by 23 after the opening frame. Isa Varejao laying it in, trying to get anything going for Syracuse in the second quarter. But unfortunately for the Orange, BC led 48-21 at halftime, and they kept pouring it on their way to a 92-51 victory, the largest margin of victory in an ACC game for Boston College in history. 21 turnovers for the Orange, and just 4 of 20 from distance for Syracuse. Something a bit more exciting included the Bills and Ravens today in the AFC divisional round in Buffalo. Josh Allen against Lamar Jackson. The 2 MVP frontrunners square off, and let's take you to freezing Buffalo. Low 20s, temperatures feeling below 0 as the wind chill is real. But a classic playoff football game at Orchard Park as Ray Davis responds for Buffalo. We are tied at 7 early on. High snap in the second quarter. Lamar Jackson holds on to it, but then loses it. And Von Miller picks it up for the Bills, and he puts the Ravens in opposing field territory as Josh Allen storms into the end zone for his first rushing touchdown, makes it a 14-7 Buffalo lead. Allen again plunging his way forward across the goal line, back-to-back touchdowns for Allen, and that put Buffalo ahead 21-10 at the break. Skip to the fourth quarter. Jackson looking, fires it to Andrews. He's got it, but a fumble by Terrell Bernard forces the fumble on Andrews after that reception, and Buffalo now still holding on 27-19. Ravens down 8. Jackson looking, down the field. Plenty of time. Throws it to the goal line. It's caught. And Isaiah Likely has the 24-yard reception for the Ravens, but they needed this 2-point conversion. They got it. No, they don't. Mark Andrews drops it, and Buffalo holds on to win it at home, 27-25. Mark Andrews drops the game-tying catch. A tough day for him, including that fumble as well. Allen's ramped up, and he'll face Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs next Sunday in Kansas City. All right, in Philadelphia, the NFC divisional round took place between the Eagles and the Rams. And Philly trying to get back to another NFC championship game. Well, Jalen Hurts had a great start for the Eagles. Breaking tackles, running to the goal line, a 44-yard rushing touchdown, the longest of his career. But they weren't done. Saquon Barkley doing what he's done all year, running distance and adding up yards for the Eagles, puts Philly ahead 13-7. Now, all the way late in the fourth, look at the snow on the ground. Stafford fires it into the end zone for Colby Parkinson, a 4-yard TD pass. Keeps the Rams relevant in the game. Now down to the final play, 4th and 11. Stafford drops back, looks to the right. He's got Puka Nacua, but it's just a bit too high. And the Eagles hold on, 28-22 the final. Philly goes to the NFC Championship for the second time in 3 years, and they'll host for the 5th time since Lincoln Financial Field opened back in 2003. What a day for Barkley. 205 yards on the ground, 28 carries, and 2 touchdowns. All right, enough football for now. In hockey, the Syracuse Crunch were also in action today, taking on the Islanders on the road. Here is Connor Sheary leading it ahead to Gage Gonsalves back in action for the Crunch, and he punches his first goal of the year in the net for Syracuse after getting sent back down from Tampa Bay about a week and a half ago. So the Crunch up 1-0, and again, here is Gonsalves. He's got his second goal in about 2 minutes for the Crunch, and Syracuse has a 2-0 lead. Gonsalves with back-to-back 50-plus point seasons for Syracuse, and the redirect as the Crunch add on. Connor Sheary gets that one to go. Gonsalves picks up the assist, and he's got a multi-goal game, rather a multi-point game for the Crunch. Syracuse holds on to win 4-1 over Bridgeport. They'll drive up to take on the Bruins in Providence tomorrow night at 7. That's all in sports. One last check on the weather when we come back.